Welcome back, content creators, healers, old souls, and intuitives. For those who don't know, my name is Jay, and today we are back with another video. Now, as you could tell by the title, this video we're going to be talking all about quantum leaps. Now, if you don't know what a quantum leap is, you're definitely in for a treat, and it's time for you to know. So this video, we're going to answer 4 fundamental questions when it comes to quantum leaping. The very first question we're going to answer is, what is a quantum leap? The second question we're going to answer is, how do you quantum leap? The third question we're going to answer is, what are the side effects of quantum leap and how to avoid them? And the final question we're going to answer is, why quantum leap in the first place? So let's start with our very first question here. What is quantum leaping? What I want everybody to know that's watching this video is you have a desire. Everybody has a desire. Everybody has a vision in their mind of what they feel their life should be like. Everybody has a vision and an understanding of what they want to create in their life. But what most people don't take into consideration is how many changes that is required to happen to be the version of you that you see. You see, that version you see in your mind, that version you feel in your heart, when you are actually being that version, you're operating a lot differently than what you are now. So the abundant version of you, the ultimate version of you will operate differently. It will think differently, it will feel differently, it will be differently, and it will act differently than what you're currently acting. Everything about you will completely change. Let's look at a seed and a flower, right? As a seed grows to become a flower, everything changes about that seed. The seed is still the flower and the flower is still the seed, but everything changes about it as it grows. You see, imagine the government coming out and saying, you know what, guys, aliens exist. I'm not saying we're not ready for that, because everybody on earth is ready for that, but imagine the shock that will happen as the reality as you knew it come crumbling down and a new one is built saying, oh wait, aliens exist. You see, what most people don't understand is the change that is required to become the version of you. So a quantum leap is when you literally go from being in one reality, thinking one way, being one way, and existing one way, to leaping into another in a short amount of time. Like, you're not waiting 3 years to be that version of you. You're not waiting 5 months even to be that version of you. But I'm talking in 1 month's time, completely leaping into a whole new reality. This is what a quantum leap is. And a quantum leap is possible for everybody. You don't have to wait to get that dream reality. You don't have to wait to create a new life. Literally, quantum leaping happens all the time. Now that we answered what a quantum leap is, let's talk about how to do it. So everybody here has either seen a video game or played a video game before, whether the video game is Fortnite, whether the video game is Call of Duty, whether the video game is Halo. It don't matter what the video game is, you've played a video game before. But what I want you guys to know is a video game in your perspective is different from a software developer perspective. What do you mean, Jay? So when you're playing a game, let's take Fortnite for example, and you're walking in the game and you're seeing all of these buildings everywhere. You see the towers everywhere, you see the ramps and the walls being built. You see all these things around you. To your eyes, you see a ramp, you see a wall, you see towers, you see grass, you see trees. But to a software developer's only thing he sees is code. The tree inside the video game is nothing but a code. The ramps and the walls is nothing but a code. The grass is nothing but coding that looks to the eye that way. You see, what I want you to know is the universe only see our reality as a bunch of codes. That tree that I'm looking at right now is to the universe only codes. Your body, everything you can see, hear, taste, touch, and smell, to the universe is only codes, because the universe is the software developer. So to the universe, it is only codes. And when you sit down and you plant a seed, as we did here in the new moon, when you sit down and you say, hey universe, I want to create this change in my life, the very first thing that happens, as I mentioned in this video, is you receive what's called a download. A download will come to you and come to your body, and it will come to you in a form of inspiration. You see, what I want you to know is there's something deeper about this download. You see, this download not only gives you inspiration, but it gives you a package of codes. It gives you a package of codes that when it is opened, completely changes your reality. It starts to encode your reality with the contents that is within. So what I want you guys to know, and what I want you guys to understand, is just by sitting down and setting a new intention in your life, what you're doing is you're asking the universe to give you the codes to create your new reality. So now that we answered what is quantum leaping and how to quantum leap, I want to talk about the side effects of quantum leaping and how to avoid them. So by side effects, I mean this. When you receive that download, when that download comes to your heart as inspiration, it completely shifts your consciousness. And it shifts it in a way where you start to think differently, you start to act differently, and you start to make different decisions. Now, as you start to make those different decisions, act differently, and even speak differently, the reality you were once in falls away as you start to leave off a new energetic signature. The way you're interacting with the world is changing, therefore the reality itself must change. Now, if you are completely and super attached to your reality, as it begins to fall away, it's going to hurt. Like, let's imagine you love your phone, right? You love your phone so much, it's your baby, right? And then your phone one day get taken away. I take your phone. Your phone is mine now, and I put it in my pocket. You're not going to like that so much because you love your phone. You are attached to it. So the more you are attached to your physical reality, when it starts to fall away due to your download, it can be a little uncomfortable, to say the least. It can be uncomfortable because you are attached to life as you know it. So when it starts to go away, so does your comfortableness in it. So how do you avoid that? What do you do in your life so when this download starts to come, when this change starts to happen, you're not super attached to your reality to the point where you start to feel this uncomfortableness? So the way you avoid it is by creating space inside of yourself, by creating space inside of you where you are more in love with who you are rather than your reality itself. What I do every day is I sit down every day for at least an hour and I meditate. And I'm not meditating to change something about myself. I'm not even meditating to be a better version of me. But I'm meditating because when I sit down and I'm loving myself, I'm telling myself that there's no other place I would rather be than here right now with me. There is no other thing I would rather have than being right here with me. There is no other relationship that's better than me than being right here with me. And as you sit there and you tell yourself this every day for an hour, you will start to not only convince yourself, but love yourself in a way that you don't mind what happens outside of you. You don't mind who leaves and who goes. You don't mind which happens and what stays and whatever life want to change. You don't mind your reality crumbling because inside of you is better than anything outside of you. So once you start to believe that way, then not only will your quantum leaps get easier, not only will they get easier, but they will happen faster. You will really realize that you can change your life in a matter of 3 weeks, 2 weeks top. I mean, super change. I mean, going from living in one state to another country. I'm not talking basic changes like I want to get skinny, or basic, I know that may seem hard for some people, or basic changes like I want to go on a diet. I mean big changes, like the changes where you're already skinny. I mean the changes where you're across the country. I mean the changes where you found a relationship. I mean a complete life change. When you can quantum leap like that, your life changes instantly, and you become not only a conscious creator, but you are creating your life the way you want. Now the final thing I want to discuss today is why quantum leap in the first place. Not only do you get to create your reality, that's a plus, but it's something deeper that's going on. And what I want to talk to us about is the word ascension. The very first video that we created today was my thoughts about ascension. You see, the process of becoming, the process of, if I plant a seed in the ground and it becomes a sunflower, is what I like to call ascension. It's ascending and evolving to a higher expression of itself. You see, ascension and the role, the process of ascension used to be a one-person thing. One person will incarnate on earth. He will ascend, and then he will convince the rest of humanity that you need to do it too. A lot of people done this, from Jesus to Buddha to Gandhi. And the people who incarnate and then ascend literally leaves a humongous effect on the collective consciousness, or how we view the world. Like, think about it. Christianity was born through a man who came and ascended and then asked everyone around him to do the same. So it used to be a one-person thing. One person will come, get initiated, ascend, and then spread it. Well, it's no longer going that way. You see, in, I want to say 1980 something happened in our universe that's called the Harmonic Convergence. Now, this is my first time using this terminology. If you want to hear about it, go visit Cryon. He talks all about it. But the Harmonic Convergence happened, and when it happened, what it did, is initiated the entire Earth into the ascension process. It's no longer a one-person thing, but ascension is a group person thing or a group thing. The whole earth has been initiated to the ascension process. There is nobody on earth that is not ascending right now, that is going through this process of awakening. And because this has happened, it happened in a way that caused everybody on humanity and everybody in humanity to say we want more for ourselves. You see, everybody in humanity came to a collective decision. I mean, understanding around the world that said we want more and we want better. And because we said that, we planted a seed collectively inside of Mother Earth. We planted a seed and said, this is what we want. And because we said that, the universe heard us. The universe responded by giving us a quantum leap, by giving us something that will completely allow us to release our older reality, allow us to surrender what we once knew and search for something better, completely dismantle all the beliefs that we knew before. Life gave us a download that forced us to make a quantum leap, and guess what that download is called? The coronavirus. You see, the coronavirus came and it shook up our reality. A coronavirus was similar to us saying, hey guys, aliens exist, by the way. You see what I'm saying? It was one of those type of things that shifted everybody's reality so much that it forced us to release the old as we made a quantum leap forward. You see, most people are saying, or some people are wishing to go back to normal. But what I want everybody to know that's watching this is there is no more normal, brother. Normal is quantum leaps. We are ascending now. It's quantum leap after quantum leap. So coronavirus wouldn't be the only thing. It's going to be scientific breakthroughs and scientific discoveries and aliens and so many different things that's happening left and right to advance us as a collective, to bring us into a state where we are constantly quantum leaping. So why should you quantum leap? Why should you practice this? Because you're going to be doing it either way. Either we're going to do it as a collective and you're going to come along either way, or you can do it consciously in your life and be a part of this great dance. You see, quantum leap doesn't have to be painful. It doesn't have to be something that, that hurt, that was a shock, that was a surprise. But if you sit down and you start doing a spiritual practice, if you sit down and you start creating that space inside of you, then life will begin to create whatever seed you sow. Like literally, if you can be in Peru this time next month, why not? If you could literally create that business that you always wanted, why not? If you can literally have that relationship you always wanted, why not? You see, this is the beautiness or the beautifulness of quantum leaping. You have the power to literally go and do it. So, why not? If you like this video, make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you come back to the channel because we are about to get spicy. So, once again, leave a like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.